lebih terdedah kepada noise hazard lah.
Yes.
Ada tak management letak berapa limit masa untuk pekerja ni expose kepada noise hazard tu?
Okey, dia limit masa sebenarnya okey, macam kat sini kita saya boleh share dekat sini ada satu department dipanggil polishing. Polishing tu which is dia nak polish kita punya tiles, maksudnya nampak kilat kan. Dan juga dia akan buat chamfering, maksudnya dia akan betulkan curve for square kita ni. So dekat situ based on kita punya measurement, memanglah dia under action level which is lebih pada 85 decibel. Cuma dia tak sampai kepada tak sampai kepada limit je lah. Maksudnya 115 dB kan per 8 hour. So which is untuk pekerja yang pakai earplug dengan pengiraan dia, contoh dia pakai earplug, apabila dia pakai earplug, dia punya noise level tu dah below action level. So which mean dia boleh bekerja selama 8 jam lah. Tapi kita tak ada kawasan yang orang kata sampai bunyi tu sampai 100 decibel, tak ada lah. Cuma 86 maksimum pun kat sini 88. Itu saja maksimum. Cuma kita 8 hours kan. So memang dia below pada above action level lah. So that's why kita provide earplug. Itu saja. Cuma setiap tahun kita akan buat audiometric test lah. Okay, kepada yang mana yang perlu lah. Kalau yang dia punya bacaan dia tu action level saja, mungkin tu 2 tahun sekali. Itu kita akan pantau lah. Dia ada
Okay, as my part, I would like to explain about the introduction, which is many organizations and companies take extensive proactive measures to identify, evaluate and reduce occupational risk. Thus, effort things still go wrong and unintended events occur. Then, after a major incident or accident, conducting an accident investigation is generally the next step. So basically, what is an accident? Incident can be defined as occurrence, condition or situation arising in the course of work that resulted or could have resulted in injuries, illness, damage to health or fatalities. Accident is also commonly used and can be defined as an unplanned event that interrupts the completion of an activity and that may include injury or property damage. So lastly, it will be purpose of OSHA from my part. It is to establish uniform procedures for the investigation and completion of report regarding occupational accidents, injuries, illness and property damage.
Greeting Dr. Saliza. My name is Shazatul Nur Shuhaida binti Durimi. There are 7 steps in accident reporting and investigation. Now, I like to present the first 2 steps of it. Step 1. Managing accidents. First, all accident or personal injuries are to be reported immediately to a supervisor by the employee. Second, the supervisor will then determine the injury can be treated by routine first aid only. Then, the supervisor will determine if the injury can be properly treated with routine on first aid of it requires medical treatment by a doctor. We move to step 2, which is accident investigation. Guides need to be included in the accident investigation are determine the causes of the accident and eliminate them so that similar accidents do not occur. Second, we need to protect and preserve the accident scene, and third is barricade area. In part of investigation, we need to prepare a narrative report on what occurred. First, weather conditions. Second, site conditions. Third, any unusual accidents. Next, person presents, equipment issues, training documentation, and lastly, other documentation such as permit.
Greetings to Dr. Saliza, and my name is Samuel Moses, and I'll be explaining the third step of the interview, which is the interviewing techniques. Okay, first of all, we need to record the information. In the information, we should write down names, dates, location, time of occurrence, and numerical data relevant to the accident. And the next important step is to do the interview on the spot. This is so that evidences won't be forged and the interviewee still remembers the occurrence. Next, we should always keep the interview private so that the interviewee can speak freely without being afraid of anyone or anything. Next, we always should interview them individually so that they will have an opportunity to relate the recollection of the incident. This is so that other information from other people won't be mixed up. Next, we have to separate the interviewees so that information does not leak out or get mixed up. And we should not lead the interview. We should always wait until the interviewee has finished before we ask clarifying questions. And we always have to repeat the story we have just heard back to them from our notes to just get confirmation. Next, confirm with the interviewee that your notes of the conversation accurately reflects his or her recollection of the events. And at last, we always should end the interview on a positive note by expressing our gratitude to them by always saying thank you for your cooperation. Thank you.
Greetings to Dr. Saliza. I'm Yagitna going to present on step 4, which is collecting physical evidence. First of all, the accident scene is secured immediately and that all physical evidence is preserved. Photographs of the accident scene complemented by the investigator's sketch of the area are valuable tool in accident investigations. These photographs are evidence in your investigations and are not to be shown to anyone without a need to know reason for viewing. It also will protect their contents and protect them from damage. Besides that, document the exact location of the photos and the photograph, the data and time taken. Collecting physical evidence is also a corrective action. Thank you.
Greeting to Dr. Saliza. My name is Rubendran and I'm going to explain about step 5, documentation. Accident investigation must be documented in writing and kept on a file. Documentation should be included the following information: names of investigation committee, date of investigation, date of accident, name of injured, name of witness, fact leading up to the accident, causes of the accident, corrective action, person responsible for each corrective action, expected completion date for each corrective action taken to close corrective action, date corrective action were closed. These are the following information should be included in the documentation. Thank you.
Okay, greetings to Dr. Saliza. My name is Logeswaran. Now I'd like to explain about the step 6 and step 7 in role of an engineer in reporting the accident and investigation. Okay, the step 6 will be the communication. Okay, as an engineer, you have to ensure that the site have the method to communicate the results of accident investigation to the rest of the site employee. Besides that, the engineer also forward the completed copy of accident report to the company's site safety engineer. Okay, the next will be the step 7, which is the injury and illness record keeping management. The worker compensation administrator will ensure the file is developed and kept for at least 5 years with the following information, which is an injury management guideline, OSHA recordability rules, injury, illness and report, equipments, accident and accident reports, name and phone of employee, approved physicians, clinic and hospital, physician release form, and drug screening requirements. Okay, that's all from us. Now I'd like to thank Dr. Zaliza and Mozex Malaysia Sendirian Berhad to help in complete our assignment. That's all.